I was a CEO of multiple shoe companies around the country, living this corporate life, flying around in a corporate jet.
Then the 2004 Asian tsunami hit.
I was sitting on my couch watching TV, watching the news reports during the tsunami, and I saw this single shoe float up on the shore.
The relief effort continued in tsunami-ravaged South Asia.
I'm like, wow, they lost everything, including their shoes.
Devastation in South Asia.
I got up the next day, I said, you're a fool if you don't do something about this.
Wayne Elsey of Old Hickory says he felt a personal responsibility to help, that he should somehow leverage his pull in the shoe business.
I called some friends of mine in the shoe industry. I called some local churches here in Nashville. I said, hey, I'm going to collect shoes. Can you guys help me out?
His goal was a couple thousand. Elsey ended up with $250,000. And though he was floored at the response, he was quick to return to what had always made sense: corporate life.
It's unbelievable. The evacuation order remains in effect.
Then Hurricane Katrina hit.
And I said, you know what, if we could do this for people in Southeast Asia, we could certainly do this for people, 8 hours from Nashville, Tennessee.
This time the goal was $300,000, and he collected 1.1 million pairs of shoes. His once dream job no longer made sense. That's when he quit his career in the profitable shoe industry and traded a life of new shoes for used ones.
They had no clue I was going to resign. And I just said, look guys, this is on my heart. I know it's not what you want.
When he quit, his company was in the middle of an acquisition. The timing couldn't have been worse. But Elsey couldn't wait another day to start what's now been dubbed the fastest growing nonprofit in the world, Soles4Souls.
There's a natural disaster happening in people's life every day, and that doesn't mean a tsunami or a Katrina or a hurricane or a tornado.
It could be a lost job, an eviction, any crisis that leaves someone unable to afford footwear. In 3 short years, Wayne has taken this charity to 125 countries. 55% of the shoes go to kids and adults here in America. The other 45% go to people who need them in other countries. And Wayne gives away a pair of shoes every 13 seconds.
I've met kids that are 12, 13, even a 19-year-old in Venezuela that never had a pair of shoes. I met a guy that was using a shovel in his bare feet, 70 years old. I gave him his first pair of work boots, a Red Wing pair of work boots, laced him up. I had to teach him how to lace his shoes.
Soles4Souls collects shoes in all sorts of ways, with shoe drives, shoe drop-offs. If you've got shoes, they'll take them. And Elsey still says leaving corporate life was the toughest and the best decision he ever made.
The major difference for me is just how I feel at the end of the day. I have a peace about what I'm doing.
An accomplished executive who refused to let business get in the way of what's really important. Wayne Elsey, changing the world one pair of shoes at a time.